The Xbox 360. What a funny console. And the reason it was funny is that I remember before if I was a psychic, maybe I would have thought differently about this. I remember being at my old job, and this guy named Steve I work with there, we had arguments day in and day out. I was pro PlayStation 3, he was Xbox 360 all the way. And the console dropped, and it did very well. It didn't do great, but it did pretty good. And I remember going into Circuit City at the time when they were actually still doing okay, and seeing Call of Duty 2, and seeing some of the other launch titles, and I was not impressed at all. I really just was like, wow. I mean, the graphics did look somewhat better, but it wasn't that jaw-dropping, experience that, I expected from a next-generation console. But time goes by, and it ends up being the console to get. It was the first one I got out of this current generation. And let's go into the strong points of it. The online gaming experience is incredible. Yes, you pay for Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network is free, but you get what you pay for. You have this great sense of community. It's great to meet new people. It's easy to communicate with people. It's very streamlined and efficient. Downloading demos and games is quick and fast and simple. They really put their time and energy into the online gaming community, and Microsoft was smart. They realized that that's where gaming was going. You could even download 360 titles now and put them onto your hard drive. Games for the system. It has the most third-party exclusive. It has the most games in general. It has the Halo series. Granted, I'm not, do or die Halo, but it has it and a lot of people like it. And, it has Netflix. It has a lot of things going for it. And it is a fantastic experience as a gaming machine, and it really did a 180 pretty much from when it first came out. I remember a lot of people making fun of the Xbox 360 when it first launched, saying it was Xbox 1.5, that it wasn't really a huge leap. And now, now that the hardware has been utilized and programmers and developers wrap their mind around all the architecture, it's pretty much on the same level in terms of hardware and graphic output as the PS3. So, very interesting what happened with the Xbox 360. It even though it's not the best in sales, it is the best-selling next-gen console. And what I mean by that is, the Wii is in its own damn league. It has nothing to do with, yes, okay, it's made by a gaming company, but it's catering to a totally different audience, okay? The same guy or woman or girl or kid or boy or gorilla or chimp or whatever who's going to go out and buy a Wii is not going to go out and buy a PS3 or 360. But anyway, let's get into the big glaring flaw of the 360 that all of you know about and know exactly what I'm going to say. The thing is built like absolute, utter crap. That's it. That's its biggest flaw. It's built horribly. Has a 53% failure rate. Maybe it's 54, 52, whatever. It's above 50%. That means there's a higher than 50% chance. And if you go out and buy a 360 right now, that the thing is going to crash, burn, and fail. Microsoft, what were you thinking? And here's a little inside information that I know. Both Sony, Microsoft, and even Nintendo had their processors built by IBM. Okay. Sony, back in 2001, just a year after their PS2 dropped, the PS2 was launched, they went to IBM and started building the Cell architecture. About 2 years later, now I could be wrong about the timing of it, but it was definitely a significant amount of time later, Microsoft goes to IBM and says, hey, build our processor and kind of make it like the Cell, except make it different. So you have 2 years less time development for the 360. Then on top of it, they actually launched the 360 a year earlier than the PS3. So it had like a third of the development time of the PS3. So that is the reason why it's having so many damn issues. They didn't do the proper amount of research and development on it. The thing, you turn it on, it sounds like a Buick about to explode. And it's just, you could see it's cheaper. The build, I'm looking at both of them right now as I'm doing this podcast / rant / whatever. And the build quality of the 360, it looks flimsy. It looks cheap. It looks nice, but you touch it, it's very plasticky and loose, and you turn it on, and it sounds like a jet engine's about to take off. I mean, you could tell, and this is the reason why it has the red ring of death, that they didn't do enough research and development on it to test the product and see what its failure rate would be. But now, drum roll please, da-da-da-da-da. If you are one person watching this video right now, and you were to only pick what console would it be? And as much as I just ripped it a new one, and I think I just gave it away by saying that, if I would have to tell a person who's looking to invest money in one console and one console only, is it to be the Xbox 360. As much as its hardware build quality is very questionable, it has the best all-around library of games. It has an excellent multimedia experience. It has the best online gaming experience. And pretty much all that combined, whether you're a casual or hardcore gamer, is the reason that you game. You know, if you want to go on Netflix and download a movie, you can do that. If you want to play an awesome game of, Call of Duty 4 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you could do that. If you want to, download the great library of Xbox Live Arcade games, they're there. Yes, the hardware itself is built poorly. We all know that. And I understand that, I love the PlayStation 3. I am so smitten that I have this damn big black beast sitting in front of me right now. I think it's a fantastic console. But I'm looking at it from a perspective of a buyer who doesn't have either of the three consoles, has none of them, and is just looking to have one because he or she is not looking to, go all out. Excuse me. It would have to be the Xbox 360. And, I'm not a fanboy. I love all the systems. I think they all have their strong points. I have 2 out of the 3 of them. But in terms of, someone just looking for the best all-around experience and only be able to drop money on one, has to be the 360. And I think even if you're a diehard PlayStation fan or a diehard Nintendo fan, for the adult gamer at least, the Xbox 360 is the way to go. You guys got to agree with me. Anyway, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. Hope you enjoyed this, Steve. I know it's a little bit different than what you expected, but I already did that video. And if you want to check that out, you can too. For more gaming and technology reviews and me rambling for 17 minutes straight like this, go to youtube.com/ReviewTechUSA. Thank you for watching.